the three problems for the Dallas Mavericks. We've been talking about them for, I don't know, years. They're the exact same problems. Shooting, a secondary creator, and center. Let's rank how addressable those three problems are.
Well, I want to disagree just a second. Shooting,
which is weird because we talked about these before
we did, but shooting wasn't like a huge question mark going into the season for me, and it's become a question mark.
We thought it had been addressed.
Exactly, because look at last year. I pulled up percentages from last year. Yeah. Reggie Bullock, 44% from three last year. Yep. Sterling Brown, 44%. Dorian, 39%. Porzingis, 37%. Tim Hardaway, 39%. Maxey, 41%. Jalen Brunson, 40%. Those are really good three-point shooting numbers. Yeah. Now, fast forward to this season. What are we looking at? Tim Hardaway at 33%. Dorian, 33%.
Below average.
Yeah,
Below
average. We can keep on going on this as far as Reggie Bullock at 27%, 44% to 27%. This is why I didn't think that shooting was going to be an issue for this team, because they brought in two 44% three-point shooters in Reggie Bullock and Sterling Brown, and these guys that were returning in Brunson, Tim, Maxey, and these guys are shooting basically 40%, shooters last year. So it's kind of a newer question mark for me. So that's why if we have to rank these things of secondary creator, big man, shooting, all this stuff, shooting is on my least worrisome, I don't even know, at the bottom of that list, because I still think they have good shooters on this team. The shots just aren't falling, to quote Jason Kidd there.
So if we're talking about how addressable are these three things, I think shooting is the least addressable because it just should fix itself, right? They should regress back to the mean. We're not talking about bad shooters taking bad shots. Have been largely good shooters taking good shots. The shots are going to go down. I think that one is I guess that's the most addressable one, because you just address it by keep shooting, right? Keep that mentality. Bring somebody in, bring some psychiatrist in. I don't know, do the Ted Lasso thing and bring in. The Mavericks need their own Dr. Sharon Feldstone. That's what they need. Who is the Dr. Sharon Feldstone of the Mavericks? They need that person. That's my third analogy.
If they want to bring me in, just let me know.
Bring them in. They need a chaplain. Pray over Isaac. You have not prayed enough for this team, I think, Pastor Isaac.
Oh, my prayer life has to get better.
At the end of every pod, we should pray for the Mavs 3-point shooting to change, right? Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord the threes to make.
That same guy's going to come back and sue us.
All right, so shooting is the most easily addressable because they don't have to add more talent, right? The guys taking the threes have to hit the talent. Secondary creator and center between the two of them. Which one is more easily addressable or has to be addressed more?
Secondary creator.
That one's more necessary than a center right now.
For me, it is, yeah, because I still think there's still teams and stuff that you go against that you can go small. Or you could throw KP at the 5, and that's your closing lineup. Your best closing lineup is KP at the 5 and Dorian at the 4. And you can work with that. I don't think there's any team in the league that you go against that you're like, oh, I don't need a secondary creator. You need a secondary creator no matter the matchup, no matter the team, no matter the playoff series, no matter the matchup, whatever it is. You always need that guy. Or else we're going to see some of the same stuff that we've seen over the past few years, with Luka and the load that it's put on him. So I still think, I feel like we're just like a broken record that the secondary creator spot next to Luka is still something they haven't figured out yet. Love Jalen Brunson, love him. I just don't think Brunson is that secondary guy in a full-time role.
Yeah, to get where the Mavs want to be, Brunson should be the tertiary scorer. He should be the answer off the bench. He can't be the secondary guy to where the Mavericks want to go at this point.
I hope I'm wrong on that. I hope I am. For the Mavs' sake, I think it would be awesome if Brunson, was the Batman, or the Robin to Luka and that and all of that. But
we've talked about this. If he is the answer, then they need an option off the bench, right? Then they they still need another option. So it's maybe not just a secondary creator. They need another creator in some way. Maybe it's a guy off the bench. Maybe it's yeah, maybe
there's a guy in Toronto that's not playing right now, and he
could be the third guy. Him and Brunson could waffle between who's the secondary creator. That's for sure. With center, I was talking to one of our hosts today on the Locked NBA about
what did David Locke say
about how it was Charles Mockler from the Clipper show, one of the Clipper Bros. And we were talking about the Cavs and how the Cavs just like murked the Mavs. I think that was his word that he used. If you have two big men like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, who both can defend really well, are long, all of a sudden you have a strength of your team. That doesn't necessarily equal playoff success. But if you're so strong in one area, which is just rim defense, if you could just defend the rim really well at an elite level in the NBA, then all of a sudden you can win a bunch of games in the regular season, which is why the Cavs are winning these games, because teams like the Mavs just can't get at the rim at them. And then all of a sudden, that's something that can carry you to a regular season win in the NBA. Teams can, over the course of a 7-game series, figure that out. They can figure out the other areas that they can attack the Cavs. I don't think the Mavs attack the Cavs enough, like the Kevin Loves, the Larry Markkanens. I don't think they attack those guys enough on defense, where I think they would have in a playoff series after they had some time. But if the Mavericks got a center, it would fix a lot of their regular season issues. A secondary creator or another creator, can address their issues that they're going to have going into the playoffs. That's the difference between these two problems.
They need both.
They do need both for sure. But all three of these things are needs.
Yeah, they need all three. They need both as far as a secondary creator and big man. But yeah, you make a great point about the Cavs thing. Does the Cavs roll the three big lineup out in a playoff series? I'm not confident that they're doing that in a playoff series. With
Lowry,
with
Mobley, and
But man, I think it's a fun team. If I was a Cavs fan, I would love watching that team. By the way,
you're like, we have the new twin